apologies in advance for the video and audio quality. Unfortunately, I forgot my flip cam at the studio today, so this is being done on my old-fashioned point and shoot. We'll see how it turns out. So this is actually a long-standing viewer request for a tutorial on the 4-petal 3D flower that Mel did in his Red Pants video. I've actually been getting spam for requests for this lately, and I'm not entirely sure if it's the same person or not, but if it is, here you go. And if not, hopefully I'm satisfying a lot of you guys out there. So the idea here is not that terribly complex. It's namely that you want your poi rotating in a different plane than when your hand is rotating in. So if my hand here is sitting in wheel plane, then in the case of the move that Mel's doing, I want my poi to be turning in floor plane. I personally find it a little bit easier to do this with the poi turning as you look down on it in counterclockwise. So as you're looking at it like this, pointing down towards the ground. And I don't know why, but this to me feels like the in-spin version of this flower. I'm sure that somebody out there knows the reason why, but it's not me. Now, that in and of itself isn't that terribly difficult, but getting it synchronized up with your other hand is a little bit. One of those things that can help you get there is if you have both of poi rotating split time same direction above your shoulders, you can try pulling them together and pulling them back out in 90-degree increments, right? And really what you're looking for is this kind of placement where they're almost like at a unit circle's distance apart when they get above your head, right? If you get that kind of feeling to it, then the rest of it is actually pretty simple. Once you have them slip past each other, they pop straight out, and you're essentially like on the outside of 2 petals when you go out. You drop down. This is a little tricky. You have to kind of keep your hands far apart from your sides. And then straight back out for the tips of those petals, bring them back together over your head, down below, back, together over your head, down below, back, over your head, down below, back, over your head. What it adds up to is a nifty pattern that if you're looking at it either from the top or the sides, you get kind of a cool picture to it. 1. That looks a little bit like this. I suppose you could monkey with it and play with where the planes are in relation to your hand and each other, but for the time being I'm satisfied with this. Interestingly enough, this is not the first time I've played with this concept. At Firedrums a couple years ago, actually at my first Firedrums, Tank and I spent a night playing around with what we referred to as worm flowers, which was based upon the same idea, but instead of having poi in horizontal plane, we had it in wall plane as our hands were moving in wheel plane. And as you can see, there's a nifty kind of spiraling effect that comes as a result of that. Hence the idea of calling it a worm flower. And, you know, once again, you wind up in a position where if you start, you can totally play this by bringing isolations together and then popping back out of them in lockouts, and then working your way through a few petals like that. And I don't think there's any kind of algorithm here for how you have to arrange the petals in front of or behind your hands, aside from the fact that when your hand is in front, your poi plane has to be in front as well. From the side, it looks like this. Yeah. So, thanks so much for the request there, and I hope that helps, and have fun with this one. Thanks so much for watching, and have yourselves a good week. Peace.